Hello. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we react to the world through an ADHD lens. We try to relate and learn more about the world around us and how we fit into that world. I've been on a sleep token journey, but we're going to throw something new in today. My wife actually introduced me to Motionless In White a few years ago, and we have seen them twice in concert. But she specifically asked me to react to this song, which I haven't heard, and she said there might be some good stuff for us to dig through. So today we're checking out Motionless in White and their song Disguise. Like I said, I haven't heard this. I'm not sure what they're going to be touching on, but I'm ready to rock out. They've never let me down, so I have faith. So let's get into it. Mm, I like that music box.
Get up, get up! Spiraling inside my own disguise. This is my design, but we're not here together. Mirror, mirror, tell me who you see. Am I you or me? I can never remember.
All right. I love the energy. It's refreshing after listening to something like Sleep Token that's very atmospheric and builds up slowly. This kind of punches you in the face, which honestly I'm down for today. I could use the energy. So these first lyrics here we have spiraling inside my own design. This is my design, but we're not here together. Mirror, mirror, tell me who you see. Am I you or me? I can never remember, but you can't hide forever. Okay. So looking at this through our lens, the idea of disguising and that disguise being my design and the imagery, of course, it kind of invokes the idea of masking. And even here when he says, mirror, mirror, tell me who you see. Am I you or me? So it's almost like he's looking at himself, he's looking at himself in the mirror and he's getting lost in the mask. Who's the real him? Is the mask the real him now because he's wearing it so much? Or is it what he's hiding? Let's see what the annotation says. The annotation is for this line. This is my design. This is a reference to NBC's Hannibal. One of the main characters, FBI criminal profiler Will Graham, often says, "This is my design," when observing a crime scene and trying to get inside the killer's head in order to reconstruct what happened. Interesting. I see. So taking that idea, it just kind of solidifies that thought of getting lost in the mask, putting yourself so deeply into that mindset that you get lost in it and it becomes who you actually are. Or you convince yourself that that's who you actually are. All right, let's keep going. Love the energy. Ooh. Okay. So taking what we said earlier, with I guess the chorus there, I found myself by losing hope. I lost my way to find a home. I hid myself to stay alive. Now I'm ready to face my disguise. That gives me like crash out, burnout vibes. Like you've reached that breaking point with wearing that mask that you find yourself in that lowest part, you know? You find yourself in that hole that you've for yourself. And so when he says, I find myself by losing hope, I lost my way to find a home, it's like you almost have to crash out, burn out, and break everything to rebuild. I love that. And then the refrain, it's like, get out, never let go. It's almost like Never it's almost like the mask is clawing to stay on. It's like never let go of the face, never get out, never let the real you out. Let's keep going.
I am locked within the box I built from the inside out, reassured by my doubts. I don't want this fucking codependent vice, but desperate measures call for desperate lies. I find myself by losing hope. I
Oh, this is great.
way to find a home. I hate myself to stay alive. Now I'm ready to face myself. Sick of wearing a mask, sick of hiding my face, sick of every motherfucker that is in my way.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry. I love where this is going. Yeah, right there. It says, I'm locked within the box I built from the inside out. Reassured by my doubt, I don't want this fucking codependent vice, but desperate measures call for desperate lies. That part kind of confuses me because all the lines before that is him acknowledging that he's locked himself away. And he's saying he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that vice, that crutch. But desperate measures, I see. So maybe his situation is in a place where he's so dependent on that mask. He needs it. He needs it to keep moving. And so in these desperate measures, you have to continue these desperate lies. That lie being the mask. Hurt. All right. And then let's get back here because that sounded dope.
Sick of ever wearing a mask, sick of hiding my face, sick of every motherfucker that is in my way, sick of digging for answers while you bury the truth. Fuck your methods to my sadness, I will bury you. Dig! I will not become a figure of my mistakes. I will not become the mask that is not my fate. You can't turn down anger, you can't silence pain. You will not put out the fire that burns in me, that burns in me.
Jesus. Incredible. All right. What a badass breakdown. So going back to the bridge, sick of wearing a mask, sick of hiding my face, sick of hair cuff that is in my way. God, I feel that. Sick of digging for answers while you bury the truth. Fuck your method to my sadness. I will bury you. Let's just go straight into the annotations. Chris expertly places some wordplay. Typically, the saying is method to the madness, modifying it to method to my sadness. Sick of wearing a mask, sick of hiding my face. This whole bridge, it's just him letting it all out and being honest and just talking about how tired he is of just being fake. And it's funny because that's one of like the main emotions and frustrations that I felt that was pent up. Frustration of just faking the emotions that felt appropriate and quieting that flame that I felt inside me. And at some point, I couldn't do it anymore. And I refused to do it. And this speaks so much truth to that. It feels like he wants to bury that mask. I guess when he says, fuck your method to my madness, like, it's like disavowing the power that that mask had over his feelings and saying that I will bury you, that the mask is not going to cover up that fire anymore. And it's going to be free. And then that dig, kind of referencing what I mentioned earlier of like you digging this hole for yourself, but it's almost like now you're digging the hole for the mask. And then I will not become a figure of my mistakes. I will not become the mask. Fear is not my fate. You can't turn down anger. You can't silence pain. You will not put out the fire that burns in me. Finally breaking past that and admitting that all these feelings inside are him. That's the answer. What's behind the mask is the true him. And as chaotic as it may be, it's real. And letting out my anger and speaking my pain has helped me tremendously. So I feel that this shit's gonna be on repeat. All right, let's keep going.
I sold my soul to my disguise. I hid myself. Just stay alive.
There's the chorus. Here I follow, safe in sorrow. With time I borrowed, I'm ready to face my disguise. To me, that feels like being in such a dark place and, safe in sorrow. It almost feels good to be in that dark place sometimes. And with the line, with time I borrowed, it reminds me of procrastinating, like, holding off and justifying why you still need the mask. And then with the final line, I'm ready to face my disguise. Incredible. Dope. Badass. That was Motionless in White, Disguise, from their 2019 album. It's a great track. Themes of masking, hiding emotions, getting lost in your identity, self-doubt. So many of these struggles that everyone goes through, but people with ADHD, I think, can really relate to a lot of those moments, specifically the burnout and those moments of make or break where you have to face that mask, that disguise, and decide, is this me or am I gonna dig through? Thank you guys so much. Great song. Let me know if there's any other Motionless in White songs you guys want me to react to, even if you just want to rock out. Let me know. Do you guys like this song? Where does this rank on your Motionless in White tracks? Please consider hitting that like button if you guys enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Feel free to share it with one of your friends or family members. If you know somebody with ADHD, send them a link. I myself enjoy building this kind of community or finding those communities, so they might appreciate it too. Have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.